Hello, my saucy Geminis. We are going to do a reading for February. February is over there. And we're going to focus on your highest self. And Geminis are about duality. And so I thought we would focus on the Lovers card, because the Lovers is about making a choice. Are you going to be your good self or your bad self? Are you going to are you going to make a choice? It's like, make a choice, Geminis. Are you going to listen to the devil or the angel? Are you going to be yourself or not? Are you going to share your ideas with the rest of the world or not? You know, are you going to hop on your path with zeal and courage? Or are you going to hold back from us and not show us the love you have within yourself? Geminis have a lot of creativity inside of them. And it's a message. It's a message worth looking into, developing, and sharing. And so the first thing we're going to do is look at what is hindering you. What is hindering Gemini? Okay. So I pulled the Hermit, which is interesting. Like, why would you having self-knowledge and going within yourself and being a student of the metaphysics of nature, of life, of symbols, you know, why would that hinder you? I have no idea. Maybe you've been spending too much time in that realm. Maybe your message is right and ready, and you have not been sharing it with us. But if that's the case, it would be reversed. Maybe, maybe not. Well, let's see. We pulled as a clarifier. We pulled the Queen of Wands reverse. So there's the Queen of Wands is super confident and super secure in herself, and in her direction, she's a leader. So it seems like you guys are shrinking back in your confidence as far as like what you know. Because if the Queen of Wands and the Hermit were both upright, you would be in your bag sharing outwardly, kind of like a preacher, the knowledge that you have attained within your deep study. So it's not wrong that you've been studying. That's not what you've been doing wrong. You have lost confidence in yourself, and I wonder why. Let's see. You don't believe that you are a leader. You're not seeing yourself clearly. Did you think that you were going to spend all that time studying and developing in the and going through the alchemical process and learning how to transmute energies and use what the universe has been telling you into your creativity and not share it? Did you think that? Or, you know, let's see what's going on. Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands reverse. Gemini. The World. Wands. The Emperor. Ten of Swords. Okay. Okay. So we have the Queen of Wands reversed. We have the World reversed. We have the Five of Wands reversed. And we have the Emperor reversed. And then we have the Ten of Swords. These are people. There's people that you have been not standing up to. You know something. There's something that you know. That you know that you know. And there are people around you telling you you're wrong. Maybe you shared and you hit some resistance and now you don't share anymore. Or you're like, you know what? I'm not going to say anything. Because every time I say something, it's an issue. There's a woman that's like really bossy, you know, that's trying to tell you that maybe you need to go in this direction or that direction. There's a man that is being a bully, who doesn't know what he's talking about. Like, he's being overly aggressive. He may have the strength or the manpower, or he's just a strong personality, and he comes across like he knows what he's doing and how to build things and what he's talking about, but he doesn't. And there's something that is incomplete within all of this. You know, there's something that needs to be completed that's not being completed. Is this arguing and this bickering is hindering you from being completed, and you just feel stabbed in the back. And when you see the Ten of Swords, tens are completion. This is the end of this. This is like it, because you've had enough. And now you're going to kind of rise up from the dead like Lazarus. And you're going to rise like the phoenix. And you're going to go through the process of coming up out of this draining negative energy. And you're going to turn things around. Because like they say, you know, when you crash and burn, there's no place to go but up. It's kind of like the phoenix energy for you. You're rising. You're going to see yourself start rising. And what that looks like is you taking the time to heal yourself. You know, you need to listen to these people. You need to listen to these people. And I can also read it, if there's not people, I can also read it like it's energy within you. So you're feeling unconfident, which leads you to feel incomplete, you know. But when I see this card, I can't help but to think there's other people involved. And that, you know, you're not standing up to them. Because the Five of Wands is all about, you know, having different opinions, thoughts, beliefs, and a perspective than everyone else around you. And you see they're not hitting each other. You know, they have their wands up and they're like, I don't want this. It's like you surprised them with a thought, an idea, a direction that you're going in, and people just can't they can't handle it. But what you're doing is that you're being passive and you're not saying anything. You're just kind of like, I'm gonna let them think what they want to think. But what that is doing is creating energy, a tension for you. It's like causing hell inside for you, which is why we have this, you know. And this, when you see this, I'm sorry, but you're going to have to say something. You're going to have to say something. You're going to have to tell this guy, back up, back off. You don't know what you're talking about. I mean, the Emperor reverse is kind of like, just like the Queen of Wands reverse. It's kind of like maybe you're living with people right now and you've had to kind of chill out alone, to yourself, healing yourself, working on yourself, basically transforming yourself, and you're wanting to have the Kundalini rising, which is super hard to go through. But when you start revealing who you are, it doesn't matter who you're around. You need to be yourself. It's a right. It's a self-respect within yourself for life, for the life force within you, for you to be yourself. And these people are not themselves. They are operating in their not self. And so for them to tell you to not be yourself, they're wrong. They're wrong. And maybe you feel like you can't say anything because you need support. There's lots of reasons why people don't stand up for themselves, and maybe it's not the right time. But let's see what the universe has to say about that. Okay. Let me go to this first. Okay, so there's another person. Victory. Alright, so the two cards that popped out was the King of Swords reverse and then the Six of Wands, which is victory. So it seems like you need to get back with them. And then you'll charge on to victory. It seems like maybe you're waiting for the right thing to say, the right way to say it, and maybe you're rough around the edges when it comes to communication, and maybe you don't know even exactly how to formulate what it is that you've been developing within yourself, and that's honestly okay, because when you have a seedling in the dark for a long time and it doesn't know how it's going to be able to withstand the winds and the storms, and say you have a plant that's been growing on the inside indoors, and then you bring it outside to be rained on, to be tossed around by the wind, to be just basically have to deal with the elements in the outside world. So maybe you've been a hermit and now you're coming out and you're facing adversity, and you're like, this is exactly why I don't ever say anything or share who I am or what I know or what I think or how I feel. But the universe is like, even though you may come across wrong, or you may say the wrong things or do things at the wrong times, and I feel like, damn, I'm talking about like Kanye West or something. It's funny because that's how he is. Is that how all you guys are? I don't know. I don't have any Geminis in my life. I really don't know. But or Azalea Vane, because I think about her too. Even though you cuss a bitch out too, like how you talk, how you communicate when there's something wrong is wrong. All right. It's going to lead you to victory. It's going to lead you to getting to where it is you need to go. And that is the whole point, for you to get from here to out here in the world, being celebrated for all the work you've done here. You've done a lot of work, homie. You deserve it. You deserve to be sitting on this horse, being and waving like you're the prince of whatever, Camelot or something. I don't know who this guy is or what he's done, but they are celebrating the hell out of him. And this is where you're going from here to here because you've done this. You're a genius. You know. When I see the Hermit, I think of magic. I think of alchemy. I think of juggling many sciences and being able to manifest it first within you and then being able to share it with other people so that other people can do the same thing. And that's all you're trying to do. You're trying to help other people be able to do what you do. And the only way for you to be able to do that is for you to share it. So let's see what you're doing right. Gemini. All right, so it seems like you're taking your time in your transformation. You're dragging out the destruction of the tower because the tower is reversed. And when the tower is reversed, there's still a catastrophe happening of some sort. There's still a major life change that's going to shake the table, you know. There's still a major life change that's going to overthrow everything. But when it's reversed, that means you're kind of like, you see it happening and you're kind of making it stop in time a little bit. You're biding yourself some time because you don't feel like you're ready yet. You're like, not yet, universe, but it's still happening. You're like, you know. And then I pulled the Two of Swords to Gemini. What are you going to decide? You're in decision making mode right now. And then I pulled this beautiful card right here. The Six of Cups, about your inner child, being nostalgic. Maybe you're taking your time to hang out with old friends or to rejuvenate your energy or do some inner childhood work. But it's some type of reminiscing going on. Or maybe you're, because I pulled the Fool reverse, which means that there's a new start happening, whether you like it or not. It's like, it seems like your resistance to change doesn't matter to the universe. They're like, come on. Yeah, come on. You might be protesting, like, no, I want it like this. I want it like this. I want it like how I was when I was a child. I want to feel like this. I want it. You're trying to be a co-creator in the process and kind of like stop the process a little bit and have the outcome be how you want it to be. So let's see what's going to help you in the future. You guys are interesting. It's an interesting card to get back to back like that. Alright, so I pulled the High Priestess reversed, which means that it reminds me of the Hermit. It's like you're still cultivating your inner powers of healing within yourself. If the High Priestess was upright, you would be ripe and ready to share your gifts with other people, but you're still developing them, and that's something that you're doing right. And maybe that's why you're biding yourself more time. But you're also looking like, when am I going to be ready? You need to wait. It's okay. It's not ready yet. This is what this card is saying. You're not ready to like have a great reveal and show everybody who you are. And the Seven of Wands reverse is about, you know, staying disciplined even though you don't want to. Well, the Seven of Wands, well, that's what the Seven Wands reverse is like. You're staying steady, you're staying disciplined. You're working on your goal. It's getting to the point to where it's painstaking, and you're like, putting that stake in the ground. I still have energy. Well, the Seven of Wands reverse is saying that you don't really know why anymore. You're like, why am I still doing this? I should be over this right now. And that's not true. You know, what do you know? You know, I know you know a lot, but you don't know everything. And it's like the universe is cooking something up within you. And let's see what that is. Okay. Okay. You guys make it hard on yourself. You have overconfidence, okay? When it comes to what you saw out when you looked at your future, you know, what you see, your vision of how you see yourself moving forward from here on out, you're overconfident, you know, and you see yourself well off, wealthy, sitting, you know, able to take a rest and enjoy luxury for a little bit. But he's overconfident. She's being a bitch. And what you're learning from all of this, you're finding your true self and you're breaking the chains of not being yourself. That is what you're going through all this for. Okay? Like there is the you, that's the real you. There's a you that you've been pretending to be. And there are these chains that you've been bound to, this lie that you are starting to be unchained from. You've been lying to yourself, and maybe also if you lie to yourself, then you're also lying to the people around you. So the universe is trying to break you out of that, and you have to allow the process to happen, because everything isn't just about you, you know, getting this, having this luxury that we all deserve it. You deserve it. I'm not saying you can't have it. And it looks like you are having it. You either already have it, or you are going to have it, because it's not like it's reversed, it's upright. It's something that is within you to have, you know. It's like here, you know. But let's see what it's going to take for you to have that. And it seems like your surrender, when you finally stop fighting it, sometimes you have to stop. We have to take a break and pause, and put a pause on being so overconfident and driven in some aspects. You know, you have to be like, all right, I'll listen, I'll stop, I'll learn, I'll feel, you know, I'll think different, I'll see things different. You have to have a change of perspective. And breaking chains means like dealing with your obsessive compulsions, your negative thinking. Because it seems like this is really what you want. You want victory, you want to move, you want to have your vision, you want luxury. But let's see how you can have that. All right, you have to admit to yourself that you're overwhelmed. You're trying to take on too much. And it looks like you are admitting that in February. You're going to admit that. You're going to be like, all right, I'm doing too much. I'm going to pull back a little bit and see that I don't know everything, because the musician is reversed. I'm not the leader, or I'm not there like I thought I was. I'm not ready yet like I thought I was. And the Hierophant is reversed. And it's just saying that I just want to be free. I don't want these traditions to tie me down, to hold me back. You know, you just want to be able to do things in your way and not the way that people think you should do them. But once you come to terms with that, you'll be able to move forward. Okay? You guys okay? Okay, good. Well, thank you so much for watching. This is Aya of the Dawn. This is your reading for February. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like. And if you want, leave a comment. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.